What's up geeks, and welcome to the channel. In the last video of this series, we introduced Jenkins and mentioned that Jenkins is an open source automation tool with easy installation and configuration through a web interface. It boasts extensibility via plugins enabling customization for various environments. Distributed capabilities allow extensions to mature with new releases, ensuring availability across the network. The standard Jenkins pipeline involves pulling committed code, creating builds, running tests, and deploying developments to different environments with the option for automated processes. This continuous integration approach streamlines code testing and release, offering efficiency and flexibility. Today we are going to see and visualize everything we discussed in action. So let's get to it. To get started with Jenkins, we have two main options: install it locally or use Docker to simplify the process. While a local installation offers slightly more advantages, for the sake of the video, we are going to stick with Docker, and we may cover the local process in an upcoming upload. If you are new to Docker or have no idea what that is, feel free to check our Docker playlist linked in the card above. To begin with the Docker setup, the first step is pulling the Jenkins image. The command in front of you fetches us the latest version of Jenkins, ensuring stability and reliability. Once the image is successfully pulled, the next step is to start a Docker container. We can do this via command line or with the help of Docker Desktop. While doing that, make sure to specify the exposed host ports. Port 8080 will allow us to access the Jenkins web interface, while port 50000 is for handling build agent communication. Without these ports, we won't be able to access Jenkins from outside of the container. As soon as we press start, we will immediately see that a container has started. A lot of logs will be printed out, but one particular line will stand out, and this line specifies the generated admin password, which is crucial for the initial setup. When the container is up and running, navigate to localhost 8080 in the web browser. Then use the generated admin password we just saw on the logs to unlock Jenkins. After logging in, Jenkins prompts for initial configuration. Let's start by installing the suggested plugins to enhance Jenkins functionality. After installing the recommended plugins, we will be prompted to create an initial admin user. Now, while creating an admin user is recommended for security and is an absolute must for 99% of cases, for the sake of this demo and since we will basically get rid of the container afterwards, let's skip and continue as admin. Okay, we are in. Now, before proceeding further, let's talk about agents and nodes. Typically, a Jenkins agent is a machine that connects to the Jenkins controller and executes tasks as directed by the controller. That controller also goes by master, so we basically have a master machine that distributes the load on other machines, and these are what is used to execute our tasks. Now, since both the master and agents can be VMs, physical machines, or even just containers or cloud instances such as EC2, we call them nodes. So, a node is either a master or an agent, but ultimately, agent nodes are what we will be using to execute our tasks or run our pipelines. For simplicity in this demo, let's utilize the built-in agent that comes with Jenkins. Although not recommended for production, it serves our purpose here. So, let's set the number of executors to 1 to limit concurrent builds. With the initial setup completed, it's time to create the first pipeline job. In the Jenkins dashboard, click on New Item, choose Pipeline, and provide a name for our pipeline job. In the configuration section of the pipeline job, there are various options to explore. Some notable options are: discard old builds manages the relation of builds to prevent excessive disk usage, providing control over the number of retained builds. Do not allow concurrent builds ensures that only one build runs at a time for the same job, preventing potential conflicts and ensuring a streamlined build process. GitHub project establishes a connection between the Jenkins job and the GitHub repository, enabling seamless integration with version control. This project is parameterized, allows the configuration of parameters for the job, enhancing flexibility by enabling dynamic adjustments and pipeline executions. Built periodically, schedules builds at specific time intervals, automating regular job executions to accommodate project requirements. Poll SCM, which is another word for VCS, triggers the pipeline when changes are detected in the source code repository, facilitating continuous integration by automating build initiation upon code modifications. We will further dive into each option with examples in future videos, but for now let's scroll down to the pipeline section. As we can see, we have two main options: either load a Jenkins file from an existing VCS repository or directly write and provide the pipeline with a script. Let's use the sample script provided on the screen to run the pipeline for the first time. This script typically includes stages, steps, and post-build actions. In this example, we will run a simple command that prints out the operating system information. When done, click on Build Now. One stage should appear with the same title we specified, alongside the time it took to complete that stage. There are various options available to see pipeline stages and their output. Two of them can be seen in front of us in the Pipeline Overview and Pipeline Console menus. Each provides specific information and details about the pipeline as a whole and about the selected stage. The classic approach would be to check the log outputs, which starts by specifying the workspace used by the pipeline. So if at some point we pull code from a VCS, that code will sit in the location specified in that workspace. Then the commands executed will be displayed, followed by their corresponding output. And finally, the pipeline status will be printed. In this example, the word success can be seen. Now, before ending the video, the last thing I want to mention is that everything we covered today is at the base of continuous integration and deployment. A typical and standard CI/CD pipeline will first pull the code from a VCS, compile it, run needed tests and additional checks, and then will deploy it on a certain environment. The pipeline we see is a concrete example of what we've been discussing in the previous videos of this series. Stay tuned for upcoming uploads in which we dive deeper into Jenkins script syntax, pipeline configurations, VCS integration, and CI/CD. And that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you guys for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one.